Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris Under the Admin Cap. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 11. The year is 2448. This is what our empire looks like. This part inside the gold mines, the Stark Enterprises. We're not quite under the admin cap right now because we are in it's a war in heaven and we're kind of helping conquer some of the democratic powers jog systems. And then we pulled back and decided that what we would do is try to get the technology to move us back underneath the admin cap. We're moving some people around, creating some jobs, things of that nature. I'm trying to get our habitats done as well. What we're short on right now is red crystals. Somebody asked me to do a habitat tutorial. I may spend some time on one of those. Habitats are simple only because they have so few options. You can't put luxury housing on them for buildings, so you can't create any more build space for them, which is kind of unfortunate. So your best bet is to use them for something very specific. I think one good option with them would be to put a galactic stock exchange and a whole bunch of commercial zones on it and just fetch the trade off of it. But I like to use them for refineries because refineries only provide one job anyway.
Upscaling
so you
complete.
Could see what these look like by the time they're done. I only have 33 pops on them, but I have 5 refineries and a fortress. It seems like a good balance to me because it's, you know, when a building only provides one job, well then you still need 4 more jobs to get to the 5 population to open up the next building slot. So this is why I don't like to put these on planets so much, because they tie up building slots that you could use for other things. These are the planets that we grabbed. These are the Powers job planets. These guys want to extend our deal, and that's totally fine. You can see we're making 448 alloys per month, which is a lot. So with the war in heaven going on and the war fatigue for the attackers is not so good. Master's teaching Warren states we're at 969 influence, so we're definitely turning that back on. This is a nice one. Naval capacity plus 10%, army upkeep minus 15%, not a big deal, but I like that. It's a good one. We have the cool thing was last episode we got up here we got the matter decompressor going about halfway. We're trying to finish that. Have a ring world over here, a science nexus that's done, and a ring world that's being built. And then what I wanted to do last episode was get a Dyson sphere started to be created. This says cannot build due to existing orbital station and due to immense requirements. We're currently building 2 megastructures. What I really want to do is make use of this megastructure master builders. Allows us to have 1 build capacity, but as soon as we finish Harmony and get Harmony done and get our last Ascension slot unlocked, then we can start using our influence for edicts, and some of these influence only edicts are really powerful. And in fact, one of them is Architectural Resistance, Renaissance, which will allow us to build an extra 3rd megastructure at the same time. So what's cool is we're going to have this ring world here. Completed ring world section. So that's done. Does that mean that he can now build this? Because we're not building a megastructure. Oh, come on. Where is he? He's in the system somewhere. Gosh. Look at him. Build megastructure, ring world site, Dyson sphere. Cannot build due to existing orbital stations. We have to go down to the planet. We have to say, get rid of that. Build megastructure, Dyson sphere. Cannot build due to existing orbital station. We still have. Due to this? Can't be that, can it? Can't be that. Okay, let's see. What about this one? if I just get rid of all these things in the system. Oh my god. I hate this. Cannot build due to existing orbital station. This is not true. So you gotta... Dang, this is just... This is problematic. Can't believe they haven't fixed this yet. Can't build due to existing orbital station. It's gotta mean this thing, but I can't dismantle starbase while at war. Oh jeez, for crying out loud. Oh my gosh. Come on, Paradox. Fix that crap. That's dumb. That is so dumb. Fix this. You should be able to take this at this point in time, click on it, and start building. There it is. Now it's going to let us do it. It had to get to the end of the month, I guess. Gosh. I hate that end of the month stuff. It really fouls my brain up. I understand it for resources, but for everything else, it's like as soon as I get this thing not being built anymore, you should just let me build the damn thing. So anyway, that means we're going to lose some gases because we destroyed the other gas one. But we can fix that because we can go down here and we can say, build a mining station there, get those gases back. Anyway, get the Dyson sphere built, and then you end up with so much enough energy credits it won't matter. 2449. The big thing is the war in heaven, and then after that, the endgame crisis. That's kind of what I always aim for, is the endgame crisis. We can spend some influence to choose somebody. I don't want xenophobe, ethics, attraction. Monthly minerals is fine. Op growth speed and happiness for these two. They're both 110 and 109 now. We've stretched out our leader lifespan quite a bit with some particular technologies, but still that's pretty old for both of them. So I would prefer their level 5 out of 9. I prefer to pick her. Minerals from jobs is fine. I've got the influence to spend. Someone on one of the comments was mentioning that 200 influence for that election seemed like a bad idea. Well, it is if you play a wide, expanding empire that's always spending your influence, capturing systems and building star bases, claiming systems. But if you're playing a small, peaceful empire that doesn't need to use its influence on that, then you end up with a lot of banked influence. And in that case, you really should just use it for edicts, and you should use it for elections. In this case, we have a couple other things we can do. I'm not worried about any of this, and the farming's going to take care of itself soon. So I don't feel like I need to spend this. Beta Cali needs a leader. Out of one. So what would we like? Well, food from jobs. Although I don't know that Beta Cali has any food. Let's see. There's no food on that because that's our EQ Monopolis, and there's some food on there. So we can get a little food bonus with that person. Not enough to make a dent, probably, but... This planet, what was this? Max gas extraction levels 1 on that planet. And it has the odd factory, too. Okay. Considering how short we are in consumer goods with no edict up, we'll probably turn this into a civilian industries world. Oh, food processing facilities? Let's put that on there too. And we're down to one last tradition for harmony. Then we can start spending our influence on the big edicts. Meanwhile, the war in heaven, you can see it's going on, and not really paying attention to it. The Xeron zealots are the ones who are going after us. Down, you can see them down here. Zero. This is let's see, who is on whose side here? Awakened Empire. Pretty sure it's the Zero. What's this? Suspicious Alliance. Oh, I see. I clicked on both of these. The Zero and Zealots Awakened Empire is against all these people. There's two wars going on. I like that there's two icons down here and shows you that. That's nice. So you can see this one war, which is because we're part of the Mathan regulators and we have all these people sided with them. This is the independence. These are all the independents. And then here is the war in heaven, and we're actually currently kind of losing that war. So at some point in time, we may want to think about coming over here and helping these guys take on the Xeron Zealots, the ones we don't want to lose to. We don't care about the independents. We're crushing them. But what do they have here? They got a fleet of 215,000. So, and they have, what's this? They got a wormhole over here. Can I explore that wormhole?
Research actualized.
Science ship. I might be able to if I can get a science ship over there. With experimental subspace navigation. Let's see what we have on Sol. She's assisting research. What do we? What else do we have? Oh, and there's a couple of extra science ships. Cool. Let's give them leaders. Psionics. Not that I care about that. Because I don't. But let's say, can you go there? If I change you from fleet stance. Refugees. Experimental subspace navigation. Let's do that and see if he can get there. Because these fools over here, the Xeron Zealots, they're not the... We don't want them winning. We don't want them getting any better, but they have some really big fleets, much bigger than ours. Ours right now are only at 800, so... They're only 80, I mean. 80k, so in order to get them boosted up, we're going to have to do some work. The other thing is, do these guys have a gateway anywhere over here? They got a wormhole there, which I have another science ship that I could actually... He's got no orders. Zeta Reticuli. Can you experimental subspace navigate to there? I'm not afraid of losing those guys. It's no big deal. But they have an L gate. You'd have to go through the L gate. Has the L gate been opened? No open L gate. They
Upscaling
don't
complete.
have any other kind of gateway, do they? Wow, the Awakened Empire has no other kind of gateway. That's kind of a miracle. Just have the L gate. What's a quick way over there to help fight? Subspace echoes. Great. Storm is on our
Situation log revised.
Alright. What that means is... Let's take a look at Crisis. Yeah, it's the Praetorian Scourge. So the Praetorian Scourge, in order to counter them, we need armor, and then we need weapons that do well against armor and hull. So we have to re-outfit our ships. The Praetorian Scourge is far more important than the War in Heaven. It may crush the War in Heaven, in fact. So what we're going to do is, this episode spend a little time refitting our ships. Fortunately, all our little ones are already armor, which is great. We needed that for power. So we're going to do this. Neutronium armor. The difference between this is 870 hit points, and this is 870 plus daily shield regen. We'll fix that with this. So that happens there. We'll do this for all our ships. So we'll be refitting all of our ships. I always get the Praetorian Scourge, it seems like. I'm always having to reach, and that's why you saw me earlier in the game. That's why I said I was focusing on not spending a lot of repeatable research on shields and instead spending it on armor. It's just the luck of the draw for me. So daily shield regen is gone. Don't need it. What I do need is all this stuff. Armor. Fortunately, we're only trading hit points and style here. Because these are even in the amount of hit points there are. Don't do that. Don't lose that. So we'll get all of our ships refit, the battleships too. And then what's it say for this if I do this? Let's see. It says armor hit points. Oh yeah, okay. So save, B arc, B lance. And I need to make sure that I have Titans across all these fleets because I can't remember. And the Titan. This sucker. And I'm sure one of the things that's been fun about watching other people play the new expansion is how excited they are about the Juggernaut ships. Pretty awesome, pretty huge. Oh, and then we need to switch these out. So the kinetic artillery is not important anymore. Because we need to do massive damage to armor. So in that case, what I do is just switch everything over to neutron launchers. And hopefully what's going to happen is the Scourge will come in here and crush these guys. Crush the war in heaven and make it easy for us to win. That would be great. Make it easy for our side to win anyway. Let's see. I'm going to keep those the way they are. These are cruiser kinetics. Cruisers, those. Great. Lance. Point defense. These guys. Just going to leave those the way they are. I guess I could switch these up. And leave those the way they are. Those the way they are. Those the way they are. And we'll go switch our fleets. So to the fleet manager, we want all these. So these get replaced by Corvette armor holes. The rest of these I feel okay leaving the way they are. Cruiser armor holes. Defense battleships. Yep. Okay, so those are good. Same thing here. At least these kinetic corvettes with the armor hull varieties. Yeah, just save those the way they are. The way they are. Great. So really all we have to do is switch out our corvettes. Okay. So we have all that. We go down here and we can say upgrade the fleet. Fleet. We don't know where the Praetorian Scourge is coming from yet. So let's take a look. Synthetic Evolution available 143 months. Just to get the Loot Temple, 200 days. Sure, why don't we research that? The Coming Storm, alright. We don't have a 2451 is the year, and here comes the Coming Storm, so we're low on energy. I don't mind that, but since we have it, I'd rather either turn production targets up and convert it, or just straight capacity overload and get some more. I want to make sure we can afford everything we're going to be doing over the next few years in the game. While our ships are refitting, we'll move people around. Unemployed pops. Approaching the outer rim. They're almost here. The only thing I care about is, the only thing I really want to know is, are they coming to my particular place? The Coming Storm. Breach point, where is it? Okay, it's over there. It's over here against one of our enemies. So I'm not really concerned. We're going to refit our ships and then we're just going to kind of hang tough. We're going to see how the Praetorian Scourge goes, but hopefully these guys will crush it, but it'll reduce their numbers down significantly, so that would be cool. I think while that's going on, I'm also going to do something else. I'm going to make different versions, the old versions of these with the shields. This is probably what I should have done, is just name them new versions. These split versions. And so what I'll do is name these S, so that we know they're shielded. Oh, I can't change designs while they're being upgraded, so we'll do that later. Then that way it'll be easier to retrofit this fleet back and forth between the two different sets. Subspace signals. Yes, we see you. Okay, everybody, listen, all you people fighting over here, you got a bigger problem. We're gonna sit over here and try to win this game. Victory conditions. We are now 4th. The Zaranar Principality, hopefully they're right in the thick of it. Hopefully they get their butts crushed. So,
Special project actualized.
the first wave is here. And the Loop Temple, time and stone. Our scientists have learned a great deal about the subterranean temple, but some questions remain. A roof aperture, along with a radial altar, suggests it was once a solar calendar, but it's so badly damaged by the earthquake that we can't be certain. The builders found particular dates important. We'll never know which ones. Had better luck with the unknown alphabet. It's a debased variant of a better known Hieratic script, not an alien language at all, and we've successfully deciphered it. The temple is dedicated to the waiting worm, or the worm in waiting. Most of the inscriptions are sonorous, poetic invocations requesting its appearance, or, if read in the other direction, its departure. That's funny. There is also a body of inscriptions describing the operations of the universe, which our more excitable archaeologist swears contains references to advanced field equations. Nothing new to us, but very impressive for a temple of this vintage. We've yet to find a physicist who's prepared to go on record as agreeing that the references are meaningful, though. Alright. We can reserve the temple for academic study. It gives us Doctrine, Strange Loop, and 2,000 credits. 2,000 society research. If we open it to the public, happiness plus 5%. Better safe than sorry. Ends the worm in waiting signal event chain. Oh, well, and then I'm going to choose reserve it for academic study only. See what happens. I've only done the worm in waiting one time and I can't remember exactly what happened, so. It just doesn't come up for me, and I know it's a really popular thing, but I just don't get it. It just doesn't show up, so. Yilion Prime has room for more buildings and more jobs, and since we're a little short on food, I'm gonna start doing some of that with them. Here they come. Here comes the Prothoran Scourge. They're gonna swarm right out here. Somebody else built a gateway in the Amber system. Ambor, where's that at? Up there, it doesn't really help us.
Ships upscaled.
Let's see, let's sell some of that. Some of those minerales. Let's just poke our money into our investment banking here. The Ziran Zealots are now sending their 129 fleet. They're like, holy Moses. This thing just opened up over here. We better get over there.
Upscaling complete.
And I would be happy to help, but we're way over here and we're kind of isolated and we're peaceful, so we're playing Switzerland. Now, this could go very badly. The Prothoran Swarm could come out here and not only kick all their butts, but kick ours. We'll see. We'll find out. Here comes the Democratic Pause Jack. So, upgrading ships 97%. We're going to go crush them. They're going to come in here and try to take this from us. There's another alligator over here.
Ships upscaled.
Okay, go over there. Get ready to crush those guys. One thing I might actually start doing is building some gateways around my system. I like to have gateways at each one of the points to help my fleets get around faster, especially when I only have a few fleets. A rendezvous. Okay, let's see. The Ralpakin's Armada name is being hailed by Syzygy of Stark Enterprises. This despite the fact that it isn't sending ID codes we recognize. Okay, open a channel. Rendezvous, the captain that was. The captain that appears on our screen is clearly Otia Nawotor, but a scarred, haunted, decrepit, wrecked edition of Otia Nawotor. Face glossy with plasma burns and older, much older. Bridge in the background looks just as scarred and just as decrepit. The captain's voice is firm and clear. Finally, you're here. Waited so long. My punishment is to die in battle against you. Please end me. I'm sorry. Whatever has happened, this is not our way. Surrender. We'll help you. Captain hesitates for a long time. It's become apparent that the bridge of the Syzygy is empty. There are no other crew. too late for me, the captain says at last. But you're right. This is not our way. I'll do what I must. They cut the transmission. Sensors report that the syzygy weapons are offline. The ship is powering down. Very soon, it goes dark. When our salvage teams board the ship, they find no living creatures and no sign of the captain. But someone accessed the drive section recently. And someone overrode the safety protocols that prevent entry to the core. Interesting, the worm. Alright, the Ralpakans Armada has located a small, minimally powered artificial object broadcasting a looping signal at local range only. These sorts of things usually turn out to be escape pods, and this looks like one of those. It's been out there for a long time. When the crew cracks it open, carefully observing quarantine procedures, they find ancient remains preserved by the sterile pod environment. So far, not unusual. Captain of the Ralpakans Armada indicates, however, that they did not expect to find the Stark Enterprise words, "What was, will be. What will be, was," daubed on the wall in the bodily fluids of the pod's occupant. Who the crew are now Riley referred to as the Messenger. Add that there are some equally unexpected anatomical similarities between the Messenger species and our own. Users of special project study the Messenger
Situation log revised.
and its message. Study the Messenger and its message. Track on map. Go to. So it's right there in Eye of Hawking. So I need a science ship. I can go do that. Alright, well. Your day has come.
Starbase under assault.
Starbase. Oh, up there. We're gonna go crush them in a little bit. Ooh, looky here. The Praetorian Vanguard. They have small fleets. These guys are coming to assist, it looks like. It's your problem, boys. Take care of it. Yeah, so I'm going to look at my constructor ship here. That one is busy building... What? No orders? Thought it was building a Dyson sphere. What do you mean there's no orders? End of the Kopi Jack's success for kinda. Huh? Lacking influence. Another ship is performing or has finished performing this order. Okay. Oh, so I have two ships there. I got that one, and that one's what? That one's actually doing it. Okay. Here, you. Gateway construction site. Build it right there. And let's see, you go up here and build a gateway construction site right there. The Democratic Powers Jack. Our scientists are still subspace and Dyson sphere is constructed. Awesome. Excellent. That makes me happy. So let's start building that. Frame. You, who's the other one? One that just finished. No orders.
Upscaling complete.
You go over here and build a gateway over here. Do that for us, please. And then who is this? Reclaimed ship. Where is that at? Oh, goodness.
Research actualized.
That's interesting. Alright, armor hit points. Hey, we still need a bunch of those. Let's see. In the meantime,
Special project actualized.
let's choose defensive platform damage. The messenger possibilities. We have established that the escape pod was the kind of commercially available knockoff common in the previous phase of galactic civilization. No new technologies or other insights. The remains of the messenger, however, are another matter. It's unmistakably an ancestor or a variant of the Stark Enterprise's species. Perhaps we have cousins out there, or perhaps we were subject to genetic manipulation by a precursor race. Vashna Telkan is requesting permission to conduct more extensive research. Release the funding, yes. Okay.
Situation log revised.
Study the messenger. 60 days to do that. Are you done with that? Yes, you are. Then you can go back to Sol, back to Earth, and assist with the research there. The Praetorian Scourge. What do we got? Praetorian Vanguard.
Ships upscaled.
Praetorian Vanguard. We got these guys moving up. There's Praetorian Scourge. The second wave is coming great, so that's just going to continue to get stronger. There's a wormhole right there. We don't really have a
Special
wormhole.
project
Messenger, at
actualized.
least. Vash Natalkin has reconstructed the messenger. It's quite impressive, worryingly so. Seems to be considerably more robust and aggressive than our current edition. There is some confusion about whether we were the source species and the messenger was the modified version, or whether the messenger was our ancestor. Vash Natalkin is firmly of the latter opinion. Messenger was our ancestor, that we were once much more of a warrior species, and that some meddling precursor muzzled us genetically. Indeed, they consider the loss of our martial abilities a tragedy. Such a tragedy that they have undergone a retroviral treatment to alter their own physiology to that of the messengers. They insist that this will equip them much better to continue the project. A creative form of treason to execute them? No. A creative form of treason? No. Excellent idea. Get on with it. Doctrine, strange loot, plus 20%. Let's do that. We may need wartime stuff for what's coming. 2 wars that we got going on right now, and the Scourge, and really no easy way to get over there and help against the Scourge. There's a wormhole right here, but it goes up to there, so that's not helpful. Might be helpful if the L gate was open, but it's not, and I don't want to open the L gate. So these guys right here, what is all this? There's the Zavaran Principality. We could come in here and march through here with our 3 fleets and maybe do some spectacular damage. I don't know. These 2 wormholes are obviously linked. I don't know where that one goes to. I don't like not knowing. Edicts. Let's get our edicts back up. Education reform. Recycling campaign. Since it only takes credits, I like to have that up. What's another way to get over to the Praetorian Scourge? Yeah, I need to know that wormhole. Where this is Ziran Zealots. They have 129,000 fleet. Why aren't you guys going over to help? They're just hanging around. Oh, there they go. They're on their way. Good. I don't want to keep track of them. I want to see if they get crushed. I assume they will. Well, they're stronger right now than the Praetorian Vanguard, but, for instance, they're a mix of medium psionic shielding and neutronium armor. We need that psionic shielding from them. Diplomatic insult from the true Obijaxi Horde. Federation Association offer for someone else. And our ships. Actually, what I probably should do here is make a couple more constructor ships and be building most of these gateways at the same time. We have the alloys to do it, so we might as well. Currently, we're 56.
Construction asset under assault.
Over. There we go.
Construction asset destroyed.
Oh no. Listen, you guys. You let him destroy our constructor.
Upscaling
Go up here.
complete.
Hang on over there. You let him destroy our constructor. That was not nice. In that case. In that case, what we'll do is gateway construction set. We'll build it like here. A little further away and let that fleet kind of protect it. Then no orders, no orders, no orders, no whammy, stop. Kind of want one near my homeworld. I'm gonna do that, and then I can just make some more and send all the trade, make trade easier. The messenger, Night Falls. Vash Natelkin has now recreated the genetic heritage of the messenger species. Without stopping to ask anyone's opinion, they have also created a highly contagious retroviral agent. It stalks our worlds. Under its influence, our primary species falls into a chrysalis coma and emerges a day later as the messenger species. This is causing, it is fair to say, some excitement. What was, shall be. We will change. Bring me a sample of the agent. This will transform our entire species. Let's see what our entire species ends up looking like. I have no idea what's going to happen. So, let's have some fun with this. Let's see. Lacking influence, so we'll fly over here anyway. Minerales are getting maxed out. Why don't we do something like, well, first of all, yeah, save that. Going to sell some of our minerals because we're just kind of going hog wild with that right now. We don't need all those minerals. We don't need them all. Let's see what our people look like. Beta Cali, the Ecumenopolis. We can afford to move a few people to somewhere with a bunch of jobs. Let's see. Unemployed. Alright, so the Tycab colony has a bunch of unemployed people. Well, let's see if we can fix that. Who's job? Decline. I don't want to destroy any buildings. And Adar. Where can we spread these people out to? The Habs have some room for jobs. They don't have a lot of room for housing, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Tycab colony. Civilian Prime. Who else has got some jobs? Betty Kelly still has 4 jobs. Oh, but we can't move anymore because we lose stuff. Alright. So in our refineries, we've pushed them. The housing is going to cause people to be a little unsettled. But there's not much we can do about that. It's like I said, you can't put luxury housing on it. What we could do to provide... The only other thing that provides a little bit of housing is the Stronghold. Provides 1 housing, but upgraded provides 3. So we'll do that on each of these. This is a good place to shove some of our people. The Worm in Waiting. Alright, synthetic evolution is available. Coming storm is going on. Worm in Waiting signals.
Research actualized.
L cluster, which I really don't care about right this second. Major weapon damage. Keep scrolling on that, buddy. Yillian Prime needs more jobs. And what do they have? No unique planetary features. So let's just keep giving them some jobs then. Probably afford to do 2 more cities and then that many more food. Let's see what we have here. Science ships are still moving around. Instructor there on Sirius.
Upscaling complete.
Might as well go build a gateway construction site over on Sol. Matter decompressor. Boring. Very nice. So our matter decompressor is moved up to boring. This finishes it off. It's producing 1,500 minerals now, which is just awesome. This little... This will push us over our limit, won't it? Yeah, it's okay. We have the money. We should do it and give our fleet a resting spot. How's this look over here? Oh, they're spreading good. So what do we have here? Praetorian Vanguard, Praetorian Starbrood. The Ziran Zealots aren't moving. Well, that's a different fleet. That one's 214. Alright, so he's right there. Go in here and explore the wormhole. You might get shot at, but you need to do it. Good and move.
Science ship facing unfair
Nope, it's
competition.
not gonna make it, is it? Darn it.
Scientific
Okay.
asset
No.
lost.
I thought it was worth a try. He's running away. Where are you running to? Take on the Praetorians. Punk. Coward. Rising unemployment on TICAB. I'm not worried about it. The other thing we can do now is complete ring world site due to immense requirements. We can't build that right now because we're building the other thing. Oh, all our edicts came off. Might as well just keep those up all the time.
Research actualized.
So we got admin capacity. Gateway construction site is ready. Great. Let's go starbase capacity +1 since we're building that. And then gateway construction site. Which system did it say? Probably this one. Nope. I missed it. So, oh, it's probably this. Lando was the next one we were building. Yep, there it is. We'll build that one up. I feel like I need a gateway over here somewhere. This is in the Cameron system. So it's down here, I believe. Yep, right there. Missing some credits. Well, we can remedy that really easily. Really easily. Need this ship doing that there. Move there. Take care of that. By the way, where? Oh, the gateway construction site. Okay. I want to know where we can actually go. Commercial pack broken. Oh, sorry, broke it off with someone else. Who's this over here? This is a big fleet. 86,000 for the Yuzavari. Your Savanar Principality. These guys are still worrying about warring. There is a gateway over here in that system, which would give us somewhat direct access to come over here. Because there is more Yuzavarans, Praethoran, and yep, so these guys are fighting. Praetorian Scourge lost that one. That's nice. We got some really big fleets heading up in this direction though against the Zilloran. The Zealots. So look at these 60, 68. Big chunk of fleets there. And those guys were running their ships off somewhere else. That's funny.
Upscaling complete.
Cowards. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose the war in heaven. Okay, crime wave on TICAB. Don't care about it. Let's see though. Let's look. TICAB has a crime wave going on. Let's take this and replace it with precinct houses, because we have plenty of alloys right now. Gateway construction ready in Zella Meadow. Right there. Hey, how did we get all these extra ones? I didn't ask for those. How did that even happen? All of a sudden we got these satellite under math and regulators. Oh, the math and regulators, so it counts as us? That's interesting. Okay. This. What is this? Yeah, because a few minutes ago I didn't own any of that. Huh. Interesting. Zelmatic Station. Let's do this. Deep Space Black Site. Let's build that. Weird. The whole thing just seems weird. I hope I'm not killing myself with these gateways. We're gonna find out.
Research actualized.
Alright. Kinetic weapon attack speed. We're not really using those right now. explosive weapons. We have some of those on our point defense ships. Gateway up here, complete. And then there's what is this? This is the Mathan regulators. Who is that? Ziran Zealots. They have a big, huge fleet right there. The big one there. Oh my goodness, they've moved all their fleets over here to take on the Mathan regulators. Oh my, that's not good for us. Okay. In that case, first gateway that's going to get built fully is over there. So let's move our guys over there. Also, we need to start building another fleet here. So let's do it with these guys. They are the reclaimed ship. Well, let's gateway construction ready in Seoul. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Seoul. We're not going to build on that yet. Let's do this. Reclaimed ship. Add this to... What do we now? What do we now? We have one of 4 Titans. You get a Titan and a bunch of battleships. You get a point defense cruiser, destroyers, a bunch of corvettes to cause things to shoot at you. And this. As many battleships as I can fit on here. Boink. Boink. Okay. Then I can fit another point defense cruiser. Alright. Use our stocks and build it. Oh, by the way, where are we at? Beta Cali. You are doing really well with all this stuff, but let's see. We have plenty of volatile modes. Chemical plants. So what we're going to do is more alloys. Replace you with alloy jobs. We can put more modes somewhere else, but it might as well have everybody on. Beta Cali is such a big juggernaut that might as well get that going. Since from now that we have the minerals to support it. Spend the money, spend some of it anyway. Order restored on TICAP, sweet.
Upscaling complete.
So what are these punks? They have the large psionic shields, which means we're not in a good position to take them on. We're geared for the Praetorian Scourge, but we have more immediate needs. We have to take those guys on, which means we need our kinetic weapons back. So since nobody's upgrading, and this is now the last one there, we get our last Ascension perk. What did we take before? We took Master Builders, Galactic Wonders. So, if we want Galactic Force Projection, nope. Defender of the Galaxy. Damage to endgame crisis factions. I feel like there's a better one right now, and that is Galactic Contender, damage to fallen empires, damage to awakened empires, and damage to gate builders. So I'm going to take that. And then we're going to go in here and adjust this. So, again, what I said last time was, we're going to do this, and this is going to be a B Mega Dash S, meaning it's the shielded version with kinetics. In fact, we really want to take shields out. We should probably throw one of those on there. So let's do the same thing with the arc. Looks like the easiest thing to do is do this. Only change this. Arc. And, oops, dang it, I hate it when it does that. No, Lance. So we do this. This makes it easy to change our fleets over. It's the same thing with point defense. If we want to go to Stormfire autocannons like this. And this. This. Lets me know it's the shield and kinetic version of it. Same thing with this. guys switched over, because what I really want to do is be able to take on these. I don't want to losing the war in heaven would be really bad. The Praetorian Scourge isn't going to matter if we don't fix this. So we'll do this. Retrofit our ships. These guys are still fine the way they are. That's the L. Let's do this. Alright. So now it makes it easy to go into the flights, the fleets, and say, change what I want here. Retrofit this to the LS. This to the LS. Just the point defense S. Cruiser armor hull S. Point defense S. Arc. So here I went to all the trouble to change these over. Because we thought... my concern was that the Praetorian Swarm was going to show up in our backyard, which you don't ever have happen. You got to be ready in case they show up in your backyard. So since they didn't, then the smart thing to do here is switch over and fight the war in heaven. Okay, and the last fleet here, this one, they got a Titan. Titan stays the same. Let's do this. Mega S. Lance S. Arc S. Point Defense S. Get these guys all switched over. The bigger deal isn't that we have shields, it's that we have the kinetic weaponry on board to take on their shields, because they got those psionic shields that are really nice and powerful. You like that, so I can't blame them for using those. So we'll do what we can here to upgrade everybody. Keep spending some money here. Everybody in the whole Galactic Empire is running out of this, so I want to spend some money here. And then maybe we'll be in a position to hop through one of these gates, crush one of these at a time. And if we can take out the Ziran Zealots, 3 big fleets, well, they got 4 there. If we take them out, we could put a pretty significant hurt on them. We've got another fleet over there that's really big. We may have picked the losing side here in the war in heaven. The war in heaven, because I don't see any of the math and regulators. Let's see what that looks like. The math and regulators, their fleet power is pathetic compared to us, so they got crushed. And the Ziran Zealots are overwhelming compared to us, so we're currently in a losing situation, which is not good. So I want, here's Eam. I want as many alloys per turn as we can get. So in that case, the other thing we're going to do is sell. Which is going to help buy some things. Upgrading ships, upgrading ships, upgrading ships. The Wounded Queen. The Deep Space Spy Drone has stumbled upon the site of what appears to have been a recent space battle between the Praetorian and a second as unidentified party in the system. A Praetorian Queen was badly injured in the fighting and seems to have been left for dead. The spy drone has reported that the creature is still alive, however. This could be a priceless opportunity to capture the Queen alive. Perhaps we should send an expedition. Perhaps we should, but there's the whole war in heaven thing going on right now. I'm less concerned about the Praetorian Swarm than I am this war in heaven. I don't want to lose this. This is bad. So, where's the unexpected natural wormhole? Where'd that go? you guys can continue to sell more of these, which will hopefully allow us to buy more of those. Scientists gain the trait. Yay. Ilian Prime has some jobs now. Great. Beta Cali is out of jobs. We pushed a bunch of people over there, and those people don't work
Ships
there
upscaled.
anymore. Let's see what we can do about that, though. Beta Cali is currently upgrading all that stuff. This one can be upgraded for a moat and a moat. And what are we doing for moats here? We're getting low. Put some somewhere else. Tycat, you need some upgrades. And for crystals, you can get upgrades. So let's do that, and that gas is for that. That'd be great. I'd like to have more energy credits.
Research actualized.
Chemical plants on here will work.
Upscaling complete.
Explosive weapon damage, energy weapon damage. I mean, energy weapon attack speed and damage. We like that. This is for monthly unity. Okay. Yes, we'll pay for that, but yeah, just a second. Pay for that one too for research. But then I want to take a look at edicts. We don't have enough yet. There's 49,000. Gateway constructed. Gateway in the Lando system. So Lando system has its gateway ready. Alright. Who's done? Aggressive stance, and they're upgrading. And they're upgrading
Research
behind.
actualized.
Get over to Lando. Lando's not a system, he's a man. Starbase. Alright, admin capacity. I probably need to start doing some of this fleet. That's 16 months. I need bigger fleet sizes. I need more ships. 80k fleets are not going to get it done. So I have some work to do on that count. What's this? Methane regulators. I have one fleet here. Now they're headed off in that direction. We're going to try to help you, homies, but ain't going to be easy. Gateway constructed. We're going to colonize this ring world. If we can find our people to colonize it with. Oh goodness. Scroll through 800. My species should always be on the top, Paradox. My species should always be on the top. Killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Sneakoid. Don't care about him. Okay, where's my species? Idiax, Endorian, Athalid, the Awoken, the Han, the Half-Poozjack, Juburian. What in blazes? Where's the Stark Enterprise? Lachax, Mathan. I don't care about using Awakened Emperor. The Poozjack. Copenjaxi, the Racket, Sneakoid, Super Stark Enterprises. That's what I want right there. What are we now? Habitability plus 20% army damage, leader lifespan 40 years. Wow. Okay. This is Ring A. Ring World A section ready to go. Dyson Sphere Frame. Awesome. Down here we can upgrade that for 10. Are all of our ships now fully upgraded? They're upgrading. These guys are not quite done building. So let's do that. Dyson Sphere Frame. We gotta wait until that gets back.
Ships upscaled.
Perfect. Okay, gentlemen, ladies, head over there. That's why I didn't see them before, because our picture has changed. I was looking for the picture. Helium. Eam. What are we doing on Eam? Mostly that stuff. Gave it constructed. Alright. Not gonna turn most of those on for right
complete.
now. Want to get my fleets moved up here, and at any rate, we're at the end of this episode because it's been an hour. So, as always, folks, thanks for watching. Whoa, big stretch. And if you have a question or comment, drop it down below. If you dig the episode, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Pretty cool considering we're 12 episodes in and 11 episodes in, and where this game started with probably one of the worst starts I've ever had. I feel pretty good about this, even though it's not looking great here at the end either, but I still feel like we can pull through. So folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.